Well, I'm back on the subject of the substantial way that the depressed mind is different from the euthymic mind, or perhaps the manic mind. It seems that when you're manic, your range of emotions are freely available to you, and you have a kind of connectivity going on that in depression you don't have. Now that's a fundamental way that mania is different from depression. You see, I'm here, able to communicate with you and able to be actually reasonable and rational. But in a fundamental way, I'm paralyzed. I'm paralyzed by my inability to have a normal experience of things. So, listening to the radio is fairly tolerable, but watching television can often be very difficult. Now, why is that? Now, if it happens that my mind is different from that of ordinary people, well, the question that I'm most interested in is how my mind is different when I'm depressed. Because it seems to me that it is when I'm depressed that I cannot function in an ordinary way. I can't go about and merely pass the time. Socialization, all of those things, they become so unendurable. There's got to be a reason for that. And I'm inclined to believe it's because the connection between my mind, between the hemispheres of my brain, is in some way impaired. Now, I'm, at the very least, in a cognitive mode where I'm pretty free of bad judgment. And the bad judgment that I experienced during mania is certainly something that I dwell on at a time like this. So maybe my judgment is better. The more judicious part of my mind seems to be functioning, and it's not even a matter that it's overriding the injudicious part of my mind. That part of my mind just doesn't seem to be there, as if it's being denied to me. So the desire to do things on a whim, the willingness to travel, or any of those things that you might consider under normal circumstances, are completely absent. The desire to read a book or to do anything for pleasure is also pretty much gone. And that makes time so unendurable when one is depressed. Those are the things that are the substantial quantities of depression. And there's no way to get around them. You've just got to simply take it in stride. Because, I suppose there are ways to obliterate a depression. You can take a mood-enhancing drug or perhaps drink alcohol. But I wonder how effective these methods are in truly doing what you want to do, which is have your brain connect up to itself in the way that it does under ordinary circumstances. That doesn't seem to be possible using mood-altering drugs. The only thing that seems to be possible is you can fool your body into producing the substance that your brain seems to have depleted. And this is what SSRI and SNRI drugs do. They cause a surplus of certain neurotransmitters, and then they force the body to become inefficient at absorbing them so that you accumulate a surplus of these things, and they make you feel good. But they're making you feel good, but they're not doing what you really need to do, which is regain the cognitive connection that allows you to have a normal mood state. That's the real issue here, isn't taking something that will lift your mood, but taking something that will stabilize your brain chemistry so that you have a normal mood.